Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I first want to just start off by saying thank you so much for being patient with me for the past few weeks slash month and a half, because I have been so bad at my posting and vlogging and just being present in the online community. So I'm so sorry for that, but thank you so much for continually supporting the videos that I am putting out, even if they are not on time. But I just want to say I am back. Hopefully this will be the end of that little space. I have just been so busy this summer and it has not worked out for me to be able to post on Mondays at 5 like I usually do. That being said, I just want to jump right into this week's video. I released a video previously starting my Let's Talk About series, talking about uncomfortable or not so much spoken about topics. The first one was about vagina or vulva shapes and how you should definitely be comfortable with whatever size and shape of vagina that you do have. If you haven't watched that, click the link in my bio, go ahead and watch that. And the second episode that we're going to start and jump right into today is Let's Talk About Body Hair. So I work as an esthetician and I deal with a lot of this and a lot of self-consciousness and a lot of different ways to attack the body hair issue or non-issue. So this video is basically just going to be kind of just discussing a little bit about body hair, and then also I asked a few friends and family to answer a quick little question for me for this video, is how to address or approach your partner and asking them how to change something about their body hair. So we're gonna get into that at the end, but for now, I just wanted to say a couple little notes about body hair in general. So first of all, it's 2018. People have become progressively better at saying and standing up for what they want to do with their body, what they think is right, what they are comfortable with. So it has been great. But still, society sometimes likes to jump in and tell us that no, you're not allowed to have underarm hair, or no, you should always have shaped legs, etc., 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 etc. More. Stop it. So it is kind of, our body hair seems to be policed by that standard of beauty that we learned when we were very young with good old Barbie, and we are all supposed to look like her, which we don't. Sorry, we grow hair. A lot of people are a little bit uncomfortable with their body hair. Sometimes they won't wear short sleeves if they haven't shaved or waxed their underarms, or will absolutely torture themselves by wearing long pants in 35-45 degree weather just because they're waiting to go get their legs waxed, or this morning they didn't have time to shave it and they don't want to see, even though sometimes the hair is so minimal that only themselves would ever be able to notice it. And sometimes when I have clients come in and say, oh, I haven't been wearing shorts for the last week and it's been a heat wave, I am wondering, why? Let it go. Wear your shorts. Be confident. Another aspect of that side of things is I have heard of people having their partners who refuse to become intimate with them because they have a little bit of body hair. I think that is my biggest issue with this particular Let's Talk About Body Hair, because who are you to police your partner's body hair? You should honestly love them the way that they should be, and if you have an issue, it shouldn't be taking away something to do with your relationship to get them to change it. So I personally say, fuck it. I do not care about body hair. I work in a wax bar and we are busy. I do wax pretty much my entire body. However, sometimes we're busy and I don't have time to do my underarms every single 2 weeks. So it is hard sometimes to say, oh, I'm gonna wear long sleeves. No, I do not care. And if people are going to point out the fact that I have a little bit of stubble on my legs, or that I have hairy underarms, or that I haven't waxed my arms in a few months, just because arms is probably the thing that I care about the least, because everybody has hair. I prefer to remove my hair because I personally feel more hygienic. That is the only reason. I do not do it for anyone else. I just do it because it makes me feel better. that is it. Some people like to have a completely bare Brazilian. Some people like to have a full bush. And I'm just here to say both extremes, from bare to bush, as well as every step in between, are okay. If you are not sure what you prefer when it comes to like bikini waxing, and if you're looking for a creative way to spice up your body hair, a lot of people like to leave a little bit of hair for their bikini waxing. Some people will leave like a larger triangle on top. Some people will leave a landing strip. I've even had a client request a lightning bolt as a landing strip on their bikini, and I absolutely loved that. A lot of places probably won't do that for you. It's a special request. But they have to have enough time is the thing. So that takes a little bit extra time. So the second part of this video here is how to approach your significant other if you want them to change something about their body hair or their body hair routines, whether it be removing it or keeping more of it. So I asked some of my friends to give me the best and worst scenarios that they could think of, to ask someone to change their body hair. So we're gonna get right into that. We're gonna start with the worst. So A, say that you don't like or criticize what they already have. Using negative comments when it comes to body hair will just make the person feel insecure and maybe even want to retaliate and not do anything at all for you. It will just make them feel like absolute shit and that you do not like them for the way that they are. So that is number one, wrong, don't do it. So the second one is to, and I think this is, we're just going bad to worse in this list, is to compare your current partner's style of body hair with an ex that you have had. So if you are intimate with this particular person and you're saying, oh, like my ex, she like left a landing strip and I really liked that. Immediately your partner is going to become super self-conscious about their own body. Unless they're the type of person that completely just like brush this all off and not even care about it. I am not. If someone said that to me, I would be pissed. So immediately all the insecurities are going to overflow. They are going to start comparing themselves to your ex, whether you're going to go back to them, whether you like everything that they're doing or that they did better than you are. And again, they might want to retaliate and just not do anything at all. And the third one is to withhold intimate interactions. Like I said before, I have had clients before that have told me about scenarios where their partner would comment on, oh, like you missed a spot shaving, or oh, you have to leave a landing strip, I think that's sexy. But like they don't really want to. So if they are A, commenting on your style of body hair in a negative manner, and B, withholding sex or withholding intimate interactions, that is not a healthy relationship. That is super manipulative, and I honestly don't think relationships like that would go very far at all. How to properly approach your partner when asking them to try something new. Now, all of these things might not be great for a particular time in the relationship. A lot of these are learning what your partner likes and learning what you like yourself. So some of these things might be a little further on the relationship. If I had a partner ask me to do some of these things when I had only been seeing them for a month, I might be like, who the fuck do you think you are? However, once you continue to build that trust, I think having a mutual understanding and a mutual trust with each other is super important when going into these things, and having them know exactly where you are coming from. The first one is to ask if they have ever considered changing their style. Like, for example, like, oh, babe, like, have you ever, like, thought about keeping a landing strip when you do your Brazilian? Or have you ever tried going completely bald? Or have you ever tried growing everything out? And see how they react and see if they would be open to trying to change things. Do not immediately suggest that they do one particular thing. Just kind of see how open their mind is to these certain changes, and then continue on to suggest maybe like, oh, I really like it when my partners do this, and I think you would look really great in it. The next one that exactly is the next one is say it with a compliment. Say, do you like being bare? I think it would be really hot or really sexy if you left a landing strip. So something that like would tell them that you are paying attention to their body and that you are paying attention to what they're doing, and suggesting something new, spice it up a little bit. And then, or you could ask their opinion on what you like, oh, what is your opinion on leaving a landing strip for your Brazilian? And then gauge their reaction. If they're like, ew, hell no, I hate body hair, I'm never doing that, that's disgusting, drop it, sorry, your vagina needs are not important. If they are that against body hair or trying to grow it, another worse way you can approach it is just by bugging them constantly every single time. Just leave it alone. It doesn't matter. That little landing strip of hair is not going to kill you if it's not there. The next one is to see if they are willing to do it. If your partner is willing to do it and has done it in the past, maybe, but I know like waxing can be expensive, usually around, especially in Toronto, it's around $50 a month if you want to maintain your waxing. So it is an expensive habit. So if you really like when your partner is being waxed and they have done it before, but they don't necessarily like to do it on a regular basis just because of the money, send them in with your credit card. Just be like, you know what, babe, I really love when you do this for me, especially if it's something that in the past they have waxed specifically because they know that you like it that way. Just pay for it. If you are desperate to have them do that, and this is the most important part, they are willing to do it for you, it's just they don't want to pay for it, then pay for it yourself. Simple as that. And the last one I think might not be okay with men. Women would definitely, I think, do this a little bit more, is to offer to go with them. If you really want your man to get a manzillion or try waxing their underarms or whatever, then offer to go with them. Make a date out of it. I know that doesn't sound like the most pleasant date in the world, but if you offer to go with them and you both are in your separate rooms at the same time, you know, you're both experiencing the same thing, then it could be a better way for both of you to get into hair removal or waxing. So there's a little bit more moral support with them, and if you both end up liking it, then you could just make it a monthly thing for both of you, and then it's not as awkward going into it. That basically concludes this video. I just wanted to talk a little bit about body hair and how you are not obligated to change it for anyone. However, if you did want to approach your partner with an idea or a suggestion or something that you like about their body hair or dislike, or you want them to try changing, I just wanted to give you some tools to help you go forward with that, because it can be a touchy subject when it comes to body image. Like I said, women especially, their bodies are policed like crazy in the media. A lot of brands, especially like Aerie, I love how they don't Photoshop anymore in any of their ads. They still use women that are quite thin, and their product line is built for that demographic. Like I cannot really use their products unless I order them online. They don't have any larger sizes in store. They have them online, and I'm not really about that. So but I do love how they're not using Photoshop. So a lot of brands are still like photoshopping, policing body image. However, I just wanted to let you know, body hair is okay. However you have it, however you like it, however you want it off, it doesn't matter. And if you did need some tools to approach your partner in how to change it, or some suggestions that you wanted them to try, I hope that these tools were helpful, and kind of what not to do, what to do. Please avoid those what not to do. That is just extremely disrespectful to your partner. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching episode 2 of Let's Talk About series. I really love these videos, and I was not expecting my channel to go this educational direction, but I love it, and you can tell that I'm passionate about it. So thank you so much for watching, And like, comment, subscribe if you have any questions regarding these issues, or if you want me to talk about any tough topics that people don't usually discuss. Put them in the comment section, send me a DM on my Instagram, anything. Reach out to me. I am so happy to help. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a great week.